action and visit HUD.gov/fair housing or call HUD's Housing Discrimination Hotline at 1-800-669-9777. A public service message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing.
News and Talk 1380 WAOK. Call us at 404-892-2703 on News and Talk 1380 WAOK.
Perfect song for my next question for Paul Mooney. It's News and Talk 1380 WAOK. It's the Mo Ivory Show with our special guest Paul Mooney in the house with us. And again, if you want to see Paul Mooney at Uptown Comedy Club, first 10 callers to 404-881-0200, 404-881-0200 to win a table for 4 for tonight or tomorrow. So friends, let's talk about Richard Pryor for a second, since friends are so important. Do you love rap music?
I love all music.
Okay, you do?
Yeah, I love all music.
Does any of the rap music bother you?
No.
Okay, so it doesn't,
No,
the lyrics,
no.
none of it, all of that's okay?
No. It's all good.
It's all good.
Whether it's Christian, whether it's not, whether it's bad, it comes from black people, so it's all good. It can't be bad if it comes from me.
Oh, well, I mean, there are some bad things black people do.
Not really.
Not really?
It's a different.
Okay, everybody wants you to be a judge starting tomorrow in the Fulton County court system.
It's all timing.
It's timing.
Let's go back. You remember when bad meant good.
Right, you so bad.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
So it all changes.
Okay,
it all
it does.
depends on your timing. Remember that?
Right. And tone means a lot too.
Right, but remember when crack was something that you put in your nose?
Yes.
No, I mean, remember, I got it mixed up.
Okay.
Remember when crack was something that was in your behind, remember?
Right.
Yeah, now it's something
now.
that you put up your nose.
Yeah, which
so,
is...
see how things change?
Yes, things do change.
So that's why, if you're bored, stick around. Because
Okay, things do change. Okay, so how did you very first ever meet Richard Pryor? When did you guys meet?
You know, it's interesting because there's 2 or 3 sides to that. I was told about Richard way before I met him. I knew him actually before I met him.
Okay.
And then we met. And it was, I don't know if it's by accident or on purpose. I don't remember. Because when we met supposedly for the first time, it actually was the second time.
Okay.
Because Carmen McRae, who's gone,
Oh, yeah.
she introduced me to Richard Pryor. She introduced me to Bill Cosby. She introduced me to Dick Griffey. That he was that man that just died. That stupid man with the big hair. What was his name?
Don Cornelius.
Don Cornelius. I mean, could you believe this? Don Cornelius.
Is it safe to talk?
Yeah, we talk about
okay, good. So I don't want to have to have
with
a
that
bodyguard.
with that big natural. Come
Yeah,
on, and
yeah,
we
I
remember
know.
him and his voice and all this other stuff. Why would he blow his brains out? I don't care what he had. How sick he was. I mean, that is so crazy to me.
Well, I mean,
it
could be mental illness.
For a black man to kill, he wasn't that crazy.
Okay.
Come on, he could have.
I know, but sometimes your situation may get so bad. It's hard to know what's in the mind of someone when they commit suicide.
But he came
right?
out of, it's already stupid, but someone has said that suicide was actually mass murder, that you were killing everyone in your life.
Oh, wow.
That
Because
you
they
were-
have to survive
That
it,
you
right?
were a serial killer. That you were killing everyone in your life.
Wow. Because doing that to yourself.
Yes. And I mean, what happened to the Soul Train line? What happened to, let's dance it off. What happened?
Right. Now,
blacks, we used to dance things, you know that.
We do dance things off.
Yes, we
It
do.
still exists every day at every
Yeah.
wedding, at every block party. We do still do that. It makes us feel so good. But, he must have been really going through something.
I mean, I don't, who knows? But
I
I mean, it
know.
really upset me.
I know.
But anyway,
Yeah.
back to Richard. It's Carmen McRae and Miles Davis. She introduced me to everybody.
Wow.
So when I met them, it actually was for the second time.
Okay.
And my friend that recently passed, who was it? I just love to death, Donna Summers. She introduced me to Donna.
Last week, yes.
Oh.
That was so sad. There was a lot of
But
death
she was
last
sick.
week.
She was
Yeah,
sick.
Chuck Brown died last week too in Washington D.C.
I
The
know,
king of
I know.
father of go-go. You
I
know,
know,
it's a lot
I
of
know.
death last week.
Yeah.
So
And
when
then
you
someone, yeah, but
go
some,
ahead.
that white man died. What the?
Gibbs.
Gibbs yesterday,
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday. That was of cancer. He was very sick.
Very.
He was very sick. And then today, some report comes out that early prostate testing might not be necessary. I mean, that would make a person a little bit nervous. Like, you know, what do you mean I shouldn't get my prostate checked? That from the medical associate saying that now prostate checks on men might not be necessary.
It may not be necessary. Why?
Because they say that the numbers are all wrong, that 80% of the people who get the prostate test are misdiagnosed.
Mm.
I think that 95% of people, period, are misdiagnosed. I think they do it on purpose.
The business of healthcare, right?
Yeah, I think that we live on a planet that's overcrowded.
Wow.
And I think that they actually enjoy people.
Passing.
You know, well, my grandmother said it best.
Yeah, your grandmother raised you,
Yeah,
right?
she said it best.
What'd she say?
She said, if you want to die, do exactly what your doctor tells you to do.
Wow.
And that you will surely die. Said because when he doesn't kid you, when you go into his office, it's up there, practicing medicine.
Wow. Now, let's talk about your grandmother for a minute. You said that she gave you your sense of humor
Oh, yes, she
and
did.
your confidence.
She gave me everything. My
Really?
grandmother was everything to me. She was the best.
And what do
She
you,
was
when
so
you,
funny.
when you got, I heard in one article that you said she told you every day that you were the best.
Yes.
And that, you know, you could be anything you wanted to be.
Yes.
Why don't parents do that anymore? Why don't parents raise their children? You know, she had a wisdom about her
Yeah.
that was, you know.
Well, that's
but
from back in the day.
Yeah.
Those
So what's with
things-
all this new parenting where we don't shower our kids with love and confidence?
Because we're too busy watching white people give it to their kids. We're watching now.
True.
We used to be doers, now we're watchers.
Now we're watchers.
Yeah, we're watchers. You remember when, come on, when black women raised their children and everybody else's,
All at the same time.
and it was no big deal.
Right.
But when
right.
the white woman does it, it's a big deal. You make a movie,
Right. Right.
you change history.
Right, or she gets the accolades for all
Right.
she's done, like
Oh,
Mitt
yeah.
Romney's wife. You know,
Yeah.
oh no, but
Yeah.
she raised
Yeah.
7 children. Well, my
Yeah.
grandmother raised 15. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
My mom raised me well.
Right, yeah. I hear everybody in the back of the studio going, mine raised 12, mine raised 14. I mean, you know, and didn't have to work, and had
Okay,
help,
okay.
Well,
and
black-
had 6 cars.
Well, black women actually raised
With no
everybody's
money.
children.
Well, that's the truth,
It's
and
the
still
truth.
do,
And still do.
and still do to
Yeah.
this day.
And
So-
I mean, it's like, you know, I'm not taking anything from anyone, but it's the reality of it. People really don't like reality. That's why they have these films that come out of Hollywood that are somewhere in the Twilight Zone. It's just,
Sure.
it doesn't make sense. Looking for these white films, these superheroes. What is it with these
Iron Man.
superheroes?
Right, there's about 5 superhero
About
movies
five
out right now.
superheroes, you know, I mean, it's crazy.
Mhm.
But see, as a black person, as a minority, we have a real superhero. Harriet Tubman.
That's right.
I mean, can you imagine back in the day, where did she get, that's why I know there's a God, where did she get this, who told her
The
she
idea.
could free someone?
The idea.
Without
And then the
reason.
wherewithal to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, in a society that had
Right.
weapons.
Right, and you have
And
no
language.
resources.
Yes, none.
Right.
You have a broom.
In fact, you have
A
people
mop and a broom.
following
Yeah,
you
yeah.
everywhere you go,
Right.
and you have to
Who
fear
told
that.
you
Right.
that you could free these people
Sure,
and get away with it
sure, and change the world.
and change? Who told you this?
Sure,
Where does this come from?
right.
The
And who's gonna
Invisible
play
Railroad.
Harriet Tubman?
That's huh?
Who's gonna play Harriet?
I told you this once, and you should have seen. You look like you grew 2 heads. That thing. What's her name?
Sandra Bullock.
Huh?
Sandra Bullock,
No.
right?
What's the one? Merle. What's her name?
Oh, Streep.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah. Merle's gonna play it.
And then this was the funniest thing I ever heard. And then you said that they were gonna say, that was a great makeup job. I just love that bit. That was so funny. But listen, talking about reality, and this was something I wanted to talk to you about. How has reality TV affected the piece of you that is the writer? You know, you are a comedian and you tour and everything, but you also have a very serious career as a writer. Has the reality, just takeover
The
of
reality.
Hollywood?
The reality is.
Of Hollywood.
The reality is they don't want to pay you. Everybody wants everything for free now.
Sure.
It's crazy.
Right.
And all the producers are pretending like they're your friend. They're like, you know, when you go to court, the public defender, the pretender, the public pretender.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
all the producers are pretending they're on your side.
Right.
They're not on your side. They're
Right.
on the side of the producers and the directors.
Sure.
And all this stuff about, oh, SAG's gonna merge with AFTRA and AFTRA, and everybody's gonna get together.
So are
SAG-
the writing jobs drying up?
SAG has the power, they're never gonna give it up.
Right, so are the writing jobs for, you know, people who write like you, are black writers,
Well,
is it drying up? or-
well, I'm different because I'm a celebrity writer, so it's
Okay,
it's a
so you're in a
difference.
different category.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, it's a
Well,
difference.
good, thank God.
It's the difference between a street hooker and one that's a professional, that's, you know,
Escort.
yeah.
That has a manager and an agent?
You're right.
Okay. It's Mo Ivory here. We're talking to Paul Mooney. We're having a wonderful time. We're going to come back and we're going to talk more. We're going to talk same-sex marriage. We're going to talk Will Smith getting almost accosted and tried to get almost, let's say, tongued down by a paparazzi. 404-892-2703. I'm going to take your questions in a little bit. It's News and Talk 1380 WAOK.
Obama again, AP correspondent Sagar Magani reports.
Howell
Well, I
caused
couldn't
a
believe
stir
that.
when
And
he
then when
backed
he smacked
Obama
him, and
4
then he
years
said,
ago,
like-
but he's
like, it
not
was
quite
so
ready to
appropriate,
do
you
it
know, but he
again.
could
I
even
will
have
listen
it
to
a
what
little
the
bit more,
president
because
says
it
and what
was
the
just
president's been
crazy
doing.
how
And tells NBC's
close up
Today
he was
Show
on
he
the
owes it to the GOP to do the same for its candidate.
I've known Mitt Romney for many years, good man.
When pressed why he's holding back on endorsing Obama again, the retired general said he always keeps his powder dry.
The beautiful part of being a private citizen is you can decide when you want to throw your weight, if you want to throw your weight.
Sagar Meghani, Washington.
Here's more of the critique. Powell said Obama had stabilized the financial system in the wake of the deep recession and fixed the auto industry. Powell also said he thought the country was on the right path toward winding down the war in Afghanistan, but he also said he thought the president needed to work still more to take the income.
I know, and the women freely do
And
it.
that's what they have in the church.
I know, and the women freely do it. No problem. What time are the shows?
8 and 10, both tonight and.
Hills Road at Briarcliff expect some delay.
WAOK.
Don't forget about that pothole, I-20 eastbound west of Fulton.
Do you want me to say anything else about the shows? Just keep on giving out the number and stuff?
Yeah, and then if they, if they don't win 3,
Yeah, he said he's still not ready.
Visit
Of
jerseybikes.com.
course, he's mad because he
Jersey Mike Subs,
did
always
what
fresh
he couldn't
slice,
do.
always fresh green.
I already endorsed him, that's all bullshit.
He endorsed him one time, so what is it like, I'm gonna wait this time? We already know you're gonna endorse him in the end, so what's the big,
well, he endorsed man.
yeah, I mean, right? That's like when they said Condoleezza Rice was gonna be touted as a VP candidate. I was like, well, I'm like, that's not gonna happen. I said, that's not gonna happen. And first of all, I don't know who in